Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Hutton, and I'm sorry that I am missing you today for Class Connect. I am proctoring senior projects, so I thought I would hop on here very quickly in between speeches or in between projects and just give you kind of a quick rundown of what's coming for your final speech, your 10.01 graded assignment speech. And so I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what's coming. In fact, let's get on the right page here. So the Unit 10 final speech is coming up. You guys have been practicing and working on this for 2 weeks already. And then this week you're starting into Unit 10, your final speech, your final speech. So I'm going to share the assignment with you, the 10.01 assignment with you. Hopefully you guys have already looked at this. You should have already looked at this and know exactly what the expectations are for the Unit 10 speech. But you need to develop and deliver a persuasive speech. You're persuading us. And we talked about persuasion last week and the last couple of weeks. We've talked about what it means to be persuasive without and being honest with your audience and all of that. So your speech must be between 5 and 7 minutes. This is probably the biggest speech you've done so far. And it's your final speech. You should be able to do 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech will include a clearly stated position and purpose. Again, remember that why should I care? Why should my audience care? You need to make that clear. Make sure that you make that clear. What's your you need to have a pattern of organization. You don't want just random thoughts here and there and everywhere. You need to have organization to your speech. You need to have at least one appropriate appeal to emotion and one appropriate appeal to reason, and you'll be learning more about those in Unit 10. And you need to research. You have to do some research to support the position. And if you do research, please try to include somewhere in there a works cited page. And then, of course, as with all persuasion and persuasive writing, speeches, everything, you want a call to action or encouragement to further consideration of the position. So even if you know that your audience is not going to see your side, at least get them to consider your position. You will demonstrate everything that you've learned over the semester, including eye contact, your facial expressions, your posture, your gesture. Are you standing or are you sitting? Are you sitting on your bed or are you standing up giving a speech as you should be? Do you have effective pacing and volume and eliminating the verbal clutter using ums and ands and likes, that kind of thing? You do need to have an effective use of a visual aid, so make sure that you have a visual aid. Now, you can use a visual aid, props, or you can use a slide presentation like PowerPoint and include pictures there. So here you can use the PowerPoint presentation or not, but you must have a visual aid. So if you use a prop or if you use some sort of visual aid, you don't have to do the slide presentation. If you prefer to do the slide presentation, then you can use that, but I do expect to see pictures on a slide presentation as well. And then effective establishment of credibility. We talked about this mostly last week when we talked about not using fallacies. And so make sure that you establish credibility with your audience. All right. So, and we'll go over more of that in the PowerPoint presentation here in just a second. Now, I'm not going to show you guys this video. This is an example of a really good persuasive speech. It's a TED Talk. I have attached this PowerPoint for you guys. Actually, I'm not going to attach the PowerPoint. I'm going to attach the link, the video link, and I want you guys to go out. It's about a 13-minute video, but it's a really great persuasive speech, a TED Talk. And I want you guys to watch that as part of Class Connect that's happening for your Class Connect time today. So again, don't forget to include your clearly stated position and purpose. Why should your audience care? Why should we care? What is your point? Make that clear. The clear principle pattern of organization. Be organized. Create an outline before you give your speech if you need to. You need to have an appeal to emotion and an appeal to reason. Research has to be included, and you have to have at the end a call to action, or at least further consideration of your position from your audience. Okay, you also want to have great eye contact, posture, gesture. Are you standing? Are you sitting? Um, Pacing, volume, and getting rid of that verbal clutter, getting rid of the ums and the likes and the ands and all of that. An effective use of a visual aid, which can include a slide presentation, your visual aid, anything like that. And then you need to have an effective establishment of credibility. You're not using any sort of fallacies in your presentation, and your audience trusts you. So the big thing today, and I know this video is very quick, but the big thing today is I want you to go watch that video that I have included the link for you, and then watch this video, of course. But please do take some time to watch that video today, and then just move forward on working on your final speech. I think you guys are good to go. I think you're ready, and I think you know exactly what you're doing. We've prepared already for 2 weeks, so the majority of you already know what you're doing your speech about. So we don't need to spend a lot of time on that because we've already introduced that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm checking my email today and tomorrow while I do senior project presentations. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to email me because that's where I'm going to be available the most. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day and a good rest of your week, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.